Marlow. James, always a pleasure to have your company. A lot of people might be saying, good, detain Greta Thunberg, and while you're at it, throw away the key.
Well, there was actually more than 50 vessels that set out from Barcelona and other European countries and Northern African countries, from 40 different countries. And I have a statement from the organisers that say they've abandoned ship. So I'm not sure if you've got word from this. This came from Reuters, and the abandoned ship is due to choppy waters. There was a little bit of rain. Weather conditions were really bad. So this is the Mossad weather machine stepping in again, and they've returned home. They're not quite sure when they're going to set out again. And their exact words are, and I'm reading this from their statement, "We are postponing our voyage to avoid risking complications for the smaller vessels." Now, let's just understand this. These vessels are kind of old, rusty, oily diesel vessels. And I believe you have a number of these former climate activists, including the lady that you just mentioned from Sweden, who doesn't seem to care so much anymore for the environment or for climate change, but has got onto the new bandwagon because there's more money in it, it's more lucrative, it's more popular, and of course they try to do this for a PR stunt. Now, this is the same lady, I'm talking about Greta, of course, this is the same lady who just a few days after October the 7th, 2023, actually talked about the resistance having a right to defend themselves despite the beheadings and the burning of babies and, of course, the mass rape and the taking into Gaza of 251 hostages. So it's clearly not something to do with humanitarian reasons. And it's quite extraordinary how a little bit of water, some rain.
We've lost James Marlow there.
Heading out towards Gaza.
Oh, he's back. I think you're intercepted yourself there, James Marlow, by perhaps some choppy waters. On a serious point, this sounds a bit like the dog ate my homework. Oh, it's choppy waters. Not the fact, actually, you're about to be banged up in the slammer by a Mossad and be treated like a terrorist. Has the plant-based vegan chickened out?
Well, I'm not sure that the Israelis were really going to do this, because I think that's what they are hoping for. They really want to be manhandled or woman-handled by the Israelis. They really want to be grabbed, thrown into a jail and starved for a few days. That's what they're looking to do, because then they can get out and tell the media how bad the Israelis are really doing. The last time they did this, they were actually offered sandwiches, kosher sandwiches with a stamp of approval from the Rabbanut, the rabbis across Israel. And bottles of water, of course, and many of them accepted that. They accepted the sandwiches. And I understand up to a couple of days ago, the Israelis were preparing more sandwiches for them. So they weren't going to be thrown into the slammer. But of course, this is an extra headache for the Israelis, because they are fighting a real war, and they're fighting against Hamas, Islamic Jihad, and the Fatah al-Aqsa, and the Mujahideen, and the Palestinian Resistance Committee, which, by the way, is the third largest terror group still operating in Gaza. So they don't really want to be dealing with these young activists who don't seem to know anything about anything in the world.
Got to say, James Marlow, if you look at Greta Thunberg's new haircut, a lot of people feel that might be worthy of a prison sentence. It looks like something out of the Magna Carta. Have you seen it? It's like a bowl cut gone wrong. I digress. James Marlow, thanks for joining us. Always a pleasure to have your company on the show. Thank you very, very much.